And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of.
What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Power football with the run.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man. It's Miller. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on down.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, and that's a missed opportunity for the offense. You get the matchup you want, you take the shot, the play's there to be made for a touchdown, and he drops it.
Caught over the middle. It's holding. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner is stopped.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Got his man down the middle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for room. It's James. Dances away again. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Caught in the backfield. It's Ferguson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
To the air, it's Gabriel. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
I think we got a little bit sloppy on that route. You need more separation if you're going to give your quarterback a better target trying to complete that in throw.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarter. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, looking for a man. Picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Oregon 32, Alabama 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Hallelujah. Thank goodness this offense finally gets something together, something positive, It's been a day full of a lot of negatives, no points in the ball game. What makes the big play, the big passing play, maybe this gives him a spark. Maybe this gives him a reason now to get some momentum and maybe score some points.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Now he's going to break the pocket. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A 3rd and long coming up here. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
At the 17-yard line. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Offense set on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Looking deep down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay?
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trap.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Settled next to the Willamette River, Austin Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for space. It's Tuafili. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle on guys.
To the air, it's Glenn. Turns it loose deep. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Coming after it. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. And back to the air on second down. This time he's got his man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll try to pound their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer,
he is smashing people. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Tuafili.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defense looks as if it's coming. Back to pass, it's Glenn. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense is making life hard on the quarterback early in the game. Early in the first quarter, they've already got a pick, and that time they swat another one away, man. They are breaking on the ball.
Makes the grab. It's Douglas. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Florida State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to add another to their lead. Back to pass. It's getting the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man, and he's dragged down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Quarterback adapted. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. On the move and looking deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He lost one down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, they fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Working the middle. Oh, what a cut! He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have...
And it's picked off for the third time today. Made the play on the pick, was hoping... As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Quickly to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pocket starts to collapse. That's caught. It's holding. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Number 20.
Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got in the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. And then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Ewers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He chucks one out to the right. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming.
Texas, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You see more and more of this in college football. They hand it off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in. Get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand up.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Touch pass on the run. Fighting off the defender. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. Buying some time. And the ball slipped out. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do, now they dug themselves an even bigger hole.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
A little trickery, and they flip it ahead. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lets it fly. He got it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he loses the football on the return.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
They keep it on the ground to open the third. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. The delay of game pushes the offense back. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to buy time. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they're pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the... Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Wow, you just don't see that a lot. Pass interference negating a pick six. What a costly penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Manning. Trying to get to it. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The inside handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He's back to throw on second down. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses. And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Might be looking to run. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To the air, it's Manning. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 13, Texas 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch, it's Blue. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down one score. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Gain of 1. It's third down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Unloads it left. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. On the run, it's James. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back. Man, you gotta love the extra effort, laying out. You know you need the first down, Palmer, and he gives up his body.
And also having great awareness too, right? Knowing where the sticks were and what he had to do, any way, shape, form, to get that first down. Nice job.
Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. Oh, ball's out. looks as if the defense got it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver. Autzen Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. First down for this offense. The run from the shotgun. Discards a man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
This is a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Gabriel. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's James. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Handoff from the gun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Give to the running back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up, keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Alabama 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Plows through the defense. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Floating away, looking left. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job on the defense, closing it off and making the interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Caught on the outside, it's Stewart. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
But we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Defense is about learning the... What do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking on the football. This defense is dialed in to no matter what you throw at it.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT.
Good. That ties the game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
going up top on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Complete downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Not a chance. Missed it. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking for room, it's James. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
Fires left. Makes the grab. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him.
Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up the first down like they did right there.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. It's complete to the right. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Still on his feet at the 45. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Pirouettes through.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 15, Alabama 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. To the air, it's Milroe. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Fires to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Whittington. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's James. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's low. At the 40, there he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. Touchdown!
I'll let ya.
In the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the pressure.
Hold on to that for me. Hold on to it for me, Clyde.
Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Fires to the right. It is incomplete, and now
It's over, man. It's over.
No time to waste here. They've got to get
It's
set and pick
over.
up chunk yardage.
Gonna run Ramiro. That 4 seconds gonna win the game with that sorry
On
motherfucker.
3rd and long, you'll need to push it down.
Come on, take off with it. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. You know you lost. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Get off my field, motherfucker.
Play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've blocked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Number. Wow, how you get this? Another Alabama. Fuck, Your mom said she was on producer.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Mom said she was on
Some
producer.
call it a moniker that many claim, but this
You ain't got
city
your stuff here,
lives
please.
thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead.
You want her to catch you out.
Target on their back, going
I said, you be
on
wanting her
their
to catch
own
you
and
out.
right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pushes ahead for 2, and they'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
You took the wrong hole.
Makes his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets him to the 20-yard line.
That's all everybody know in this game not easy to Alabama. Shoot. Need Jalen Milroe to bail their ass out in certain situations.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line.
God damn, this is the defense. Oh,
They'll
that's
go
all
to the
you need.
ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first
Play the
down.
long game, 3-4 yards
It's a
game,
really
we
good
win.
sign
Fight it.
if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Pulls it in. It's holding. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw.
I'll
Great
be
accuracy.
back at work by
You
Sunday.
know, quarterbacks, I know
Yeah.
we think about guys running around.
I guess if your mama,
Think back to guys like
but
Dan
I guess if
Fouts,
your mama bring you
A.J.
back.
Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to try not to wake up
This
and
guy
shit.
here reminds me a little bit of them.
I don't think he did because it shouldn't be none in there. If you want to,
Wants to
dude.
throw on first down. Feeling some heat.
Bro, it wasn't
He's
fucking
going to
fun.
run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He'll do it himself.
Stop bullshit, coach.
For a decent game before the defense gets him down.
26
And
for the
the
big
Ducks are
side.
in
This
the hurry
bullshit.
up. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
At the 35, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Running the red zone. It's James.
Dude, get your face.
Only a short gain on that run
Get the
defense.
fuck
Played it
out
well.
the way.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking for a gap. It's James. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A 1st down for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The short hands, it's Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. The 10. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job on this defense.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. 4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. On the ground. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
Running toward the tape. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Using his feet. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up 2nd down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to...
He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown Tide.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep things.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
First and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down to the 48.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Milroe. He's going to take off. Oh, big juke to get past. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires into the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, able to make it backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass. It's Gabriel. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass. But how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got his man quickly. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The sure hands, it's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's low.
King.
And he
Hey, this my opportunity. I saw it too, Luke. Just trying to get tight end. Talk for a touchdown. I missed my
Take
opportunity.
the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Going to the ground. He's behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. Give to the back. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Fuck.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Gets it all the way
Hitters
up
don't
to
kick out, man.
33
Fucking
before he
Ramos
stops.
fucking drops that dude.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking for a man. It's Milrow. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Turns it on in midfield. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down. Now in his territory and a chance to save themselves.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Henderson. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. Bulls is
Stay up, stay up, stay up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us.
Damn, man,
Jesse
too
Paul,
much
David
faith in Miller, bro. Oh, I'm talking about run with that nigga. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Another
Yep, sir.
presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, I still can't go to the playoffs. Do not play on this. I'm 2 games away from the fucking playoffs. So that means do not roll to the other football playoffs. Alright?